Let's now talk about, Sensei, our men's side of the semifinals. And we're going to break this thing down in 2 separate videos. The first one, because we're going to dedicate each their own here video, but the first one I want to talk about is the big gibber. And why, Jeebus? Why? AKA Jarvis. What do you think about this matchup, bro?
Oh man, this is a great matchup. There's
a lot of factors here, man.
Yeah, but stylistically, I think it's great. You know, I honestly, it's crazy, but I wonder. GIB, his last two opponents have been Austin McBroom and Taylor Holder, right?
Yep.
Guys who are very selective.
Yep.
In their shots, right?
Snipers.
They're not snipers. Not a lot of volume, right? And GIB's a volume guy.
Heavy.
And Jarvis, you know, he did just rely on his he was just walking forward a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But you saw when he finished the fight, the volume picked up. You know, in the beginning, he was just trying to wear him down. He's just taking a lot of punches off the gloves and trying to work his way in. But he's a volume guy too. Yeah. And I expect if GIB is going to bring that, I expect volume with volume. Okay. And I think what happens most of the time with GIB, you know, Taylor Holder, he let GIB just do that. And Austin McBroom let GIB do that, try to catch a few punches, and then he was out of there.
Yeah.
But it's going to be different now for GIB when somebody's just going to stand there also with you and go toe-to-toe.
And like we've talked about this before, you know, and we know GIB watches the breakdown, so he's going to watch this one.
Yes.
We've talked about it. GIB is smarter than to play that game, but it's easy to say before you get in there and do it, right? And then all of a sudden,
especially if someone, we know how GIB's a dog. So if somebody's gonna go, let's stand right in the middle. GIB's gonna be like, all right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I can't. That's the only way that I see him, right? Yeah. And I think that's perfect for Jarvis because I think somebody like Austin or somebody like Kenny is tougher for Jarvis because Jarvis is going to want to, you know, glove up, get in close, get in the pocket, and look for that spacing where they might want to keep him on the end of the jab, keep him on the outside, you know, and would frustrate Jarvis that way. I think Jarvis is I think he's looking forward to this kind of fight. I think he loves this kind of fight. And that's what GIB has to be careful because GIB is, you know, every person that he's run at has run away. Every person that he pressures, it gets on their back foot. You know, no one has really met him. The last person that met him in the middle was Jake, right? And that's a bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? A lot more power. Is different than Jarvis, naturally bigger guy.
Right.
But there's a difference there. And I think that it gives kind of Jarvis a bit of an edge, you know, like something up his sleeve. It's something that I think GIB, if he's not careful, may not expect.
Okay.
Because he's not used to it, you know, because we talked about this with other fighters, but GIB has, when you're going forward and you're just putting pressure, you can get away with a lot if the guy is not answering.
Right.
If the guy's not responding or correcting the things that you're getting exposed with. If you're just walking forward and putting pressure and dudes are just backing up, you can get away with a lot. Right. And if Jarvis is in the gym, you know, working the pocket, working in close, he got very good defense. He got very good high guard, a very good shell. Not a lot of guys have that. You know, we haven't seen that. I have not seen that from a lot of guys. I'm not here taking punches correctly off the correct part of the head. You know, when Jarvis ended his fight, all his bruises were up here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Not getting hit in the side of the head, not getting hit in the face, not getting hit in the chin. Right. You know what I'm saying? Slipping punches correctly. So if GIB goes in there aggressive and his guard is not tight because he's had some issues there.
Yeah.
You know, getting punched, getting caught in the mix of it. If they start trading, I don't know, dude.
Well, here's the thing. You kind of touched on it. You know, Jarvis gets hit the right way, but Jarvis gets hit as well. Right?
He does, yes.
And Tom put some beats on him. Jarvis was able to take him, fair play. What Tom didn't do, Jarvis only had 2 fights. No one's really attacked that body yet, right? And we know GIB is a body breaker. He loves to go downstairs, upstairs, variety and shot selection. Same with Jarvis. Like, here's the thing, too. I've gotten eyes on every single person that's in the men's semifinals. I've seen them all spar now, except GIB. I haven't seen him in this camp. So I don't know.
Okay, that's right.
So I know what Jarvis is looking to do. I know what Kenny likes. I know what Wenderson likes. I don't know what GIB is looking to do in this fight. So there's a big wild card factor there where I think GIB's smart enough to not get caught in exchanges. And I think he's one of the better guys with being heavy on his jab. But you're right. There are points where both guys are going to have to find whatever it is to separate in the pocket. Whether it's straight punches versus looping, whether it's head movement and not staying on the center, because Jarvis has been pretty notorious for keeping his head center line and just taking shots to get there.
Yeah, high guard in the center. Yeah.
High guard staying center. So GIB seems to be ready for whatever he thinks Jarvis brings. Same with Jarvis. It's so tough to call, man, which is why I'm glad on commentary, and I'm going to leave it to you. What are you thinking, bro?
We have a majority draw after absolute war.
It's going to be.
I could see a war, and I could see a controversial split decision. Literally go either way. I could see that fight happening, and at the end you go, I feel like nobody won, nobody lost. I feel like you're not going to
split the fan base. If it's a Jarvis fan, he won. If it's a GIB fan, he won.
Yeah, I could easily see that. Man, that's it. So when I think about it, I'm like, well, GIB can do this. I'm like, but man, Jarvis is his punches are a little straighter. He's sharp when he catches. He catches it when he catches and shoots. It's quick. He doesn't loop a lot. You know what I'm saying? He gets to the spot quickly when he punches. You know what I mean? And then, but GIB, like you said, great, very smart now when he boxes. Great job going in and out, evading, not just getting caught up.
And he's got hammers now
and getting caught by stuff. Yes, and he hits. That's the other thing too. He hits hard. But so does Tom Zanetti.
Yeah, Tom hits hard too. That's true.
He also cracks, but GIB's going to be in tremendous shape. So if I was a betting man, I'd have to say GIB in a decision.
Okay.
Just because I think, Jarvis's tank wasn't tested. And, remember, Tom was having success early in that fight.
Yeah.
And then he withered because of his cardio, regardless of what it was,
yeah,
with the septum or whatever it was, right?
Right.
His endurance became an issue.
Exactly.
So he couldn't keep that up. And then Jarvis was able to take advantage of that. But he was having success with that early. And let's say he runs that same situation with GIB. If Jarvis is a slow starter and he gets on him early, but then all of a sudden GIB ain't going nowhere. Starter. Very true. But if GIB
even
comes
in the
out
second,
there and
in the first and second Austin
and
fights,
responds that way,
a little bit slow. But I like that pick, man. I like that. I think you could flip that pick and be just as accurate, right? Like,
correct.
Like you said, it's one of those fights where you just don't.
I could literally see Jarvis dropping him.
Yeah.
Easy. And I can see GIB dropping Jarvis. Like if some dude gets cracked and he's on and they're freaking asses on the canvas, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. That's the type of fight we're looking for, man. Both guys want a war. That is GIB versus Jarvis. Comment section. Let us know who you think wins this fight down below. Is it GIB? Is it Jarvis? It's fight week, so guess we'll find out.
I can't take no loss.